All right, greetings everybody. It's Dr. Issa coming to you again on part 2 of my series on the connection of the Sahel civilization states, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, and their relationship to the ancient Malayan, the ancient Sahelian empires within the Sudan, or what we call the Sahelian region of West Africa. This is very important to understand that when we're talking about the AES, we're not just talking about states that have relationships to European colonialism. We're talking about states that had ancient civilizations. And some of these states and the people within these states go back to ancient Egypt and other Nile Valley civilizations like Nubian, Maro, and Kush, Noetic Kush. This is very important to understand. So the previous one, it was 40 minutes. People said it was too long. But now I want to deal with, I'm going to do 10-minute episodes. Today I'm going to send you 2 10-minute episodes. The first will deal with the origins of the Malian Empire, starting with the founder Sundiata. We all know about the Epic of Sundiata and how the Lion King in the Epic of Sundiata was actually taken from the Malayan Empire, or these Sahel empires, and the people within it, the entire concept. Sundiata's brother, son, Abu Bakr II, is very important for this series, and so is a very little known charter called the Mandean Charter that was organized and structured 1 year after the Malian people won their independence from ancient Ghana. They came together, all the leading chiefs with Sundiata, all the intellectuals, the griots, and chiefs and religious high priests and priestesses. They came together and put together 44 Bill of Rights. 44. This was done before the European Magna Carta. In fact, the origins of these Bill of Rights go back centuries before it was actually written down, after the battle that brought Sundiata into power in the beginning of the Malayan Empire. This is important to understand. 2, it's important to understand that, like Ghana, Mali incorporated many of the same people that Ghana had. And the concept of leadership and righteousness that we see in the Karen Alliance of Sahel States, with President Ibrahim Traoré and the other 2 leaders. These leaders, their families, come out of these civilization states. So when we talk about civilization state, look at Iran. Iran comes out of ancient Persia. It was a civilization state. They have thousands of years of history. We talk about ancient Greece, ancient Rome. These were civilization states. So we're dealing with the same people. And it's important to understand that many people that are in the diaspora, particularly those who were taken away as products of enslavement, about 1/3 of you come from these civilization states, including myself. On my father's side, we come from these, and we come out of the Malayan Empire, the Mandean Malayan Empire. So it's important that we understand this. 2, it's important that within this Mandean Charter, something happened. Like I said, This is before the Magna Carta of Europe. These Bill of Rights that represented all the rights of all the people in the empire. They all had a right to land, food, water. There was universal education, where the education of children was everyone's responsibility. There was also free speech and a right to sue. That first you come through your family, then from your family. If you didn't get it right, you didn't sit down with the family, then you can take it to the chief. Then you can take it to the council of elders. Then you can go up to the Malayan Empire, the regional administrators. And if that wasn't right, you can take it to the emperor himself. They had a very good judiciary system. Ancient civilization states. Also, what struck me the most of these 44 rights is that it said that women should be incorporated in all the administrative affairs of the running of the empire. So women were helping to run the empire. This is a good dissertation topic in the English world. I'm not sure if this has been done in the ancient world. Women administrators during the Malayan Empire. So we talk about Sundiata, the Malayan Charter. And now I want us to talk a few minutes about a very important subject by an emperor named, who's the nephew of Sundiata. His name was Abu Bakr II. I first heard of him when a man by the name of Alvin Van Sertima wrote a book called They Came Before Columbus, and then he edited a series of other books that dealt with the subject. But this new information that has come out over the last 25 years indicates not only did Abu Bakr travel to the Americas, we know what year he traveled. We also have proof that before he traveled, he had studied the ocean and the depths of how to travel across the ocean to the Americas, to the extent that he even created a ministry of waters, a ministry within the empire that focused solely on maritime exploration. And they built ships that can cut through the ocean currents. So we know about Abu Bakr II by Mansa Musa, who takes his Hajj to Mecca. But what we don't know and what we don't hear about, and he said it's there that one of the emperors in Egypt, sultans, asked him, "How did you come to power?" And he said, "Well, my uncle had gathered 200 ships to go and explore the New World, and only a few came back. In those ships, his sons were there and princes, and they didn't come back. So he organized 2,000 other ships and went to the New Americas, went to the New World." This is a very true story. Now we know, as we have reconstructed the stories of the griots, whose stories are methodologically strong, very strong primary sources from oral traditions. Not only did he go there, he sent messages through bird carriers who could travel the ocean. This is Abu Bakr II, who could travel the ocean back and forth. So we know that they landed. We know that they did land. They did land in the Americas. So I'm gonna pick this up on the next video.